Hey, it's Kelly from MX Hideout. I just followed the plug on this YZ250 two-stroke while tuning it, and I'm gonna go to a hotter spark plug range, but that doesn't mean you should. Let me explain. So what was in here before was a BR9 ES. Not sure if you can see that, and this is definitely fouled. This YZ250 needs some tuning because it's fouling plugs. When I see people online saying that should I go to a hotter plug, or they are going to a hotter plug because they're fouling spark plugs from idling or putting around on their two-stroke, they do that because going to a lower number, so from a BR9 to a BR8, that is a hotter spark, so it's going to be more resistant to fouling plugs, because the hotter the spark, the better it's going to burn that fuel-air mixture. However, I would consider this a band-aid fix, because you should be using what the factory recommends for the heat range for your specific dirt bike. They recommend a BR8, BR9, whatever it is for your dirt bike, because that is what is going to be the most reliable and best performing when the jetting is properly tuned. Because if you change to a hotter plug and you like to rev the engine really high occasionally, maybe you're a racer or you're an aggressive rider, well, the engine is going to get hotter, and even hotter than before because of that hotter spark. So it's going to be more likely to overheat, perhaps detonate, and just do more wear and tear to your engine than it should. So you're probably asking, well, Kelly, if it's a band-aid fix, then why are you going to a hotter plug? Good question. Because the BR9 that was in this YZ250 is not what's recommended for the factory, at least last time I checked. It should be running a BR8, which is what I'm changing to. Because generally, the bigger the engine, the hotter the plug, because this BR9 is better for like a 125 or 85cc two-stroke, because you tend to rev them higher, which means the engine is going to be running hotter, and you don't need as hot of a spark plug to resist that fouling. Whereas the bigger engine, the 250, they're typically ridden at a lower RPM because they have more power, more low-end, mid-range torque. So from my experience, they can get away with a hotter plug. If you followed a plug out in the middle of nowhere, you need to get back, it's not a big deal to go to a hotter spark plug range so you don't get stranded. But long-term fix, don't use a hotter plug than what the factory recommends. If it's running too rich, fix the jetting. And if you want to learn how to do that, you can get started in just a few minutes, even if you've never touched a carb before. You don't need any special tools. I can show you how to do it, whether you have a two-stroke or four-stroke. I got a free air or fuel screw mixture tuning guide. The link to those are in the description below. I'm Kelly Fager from MX Hideout. Ride safe. Have fun.